Greetings everybody and welcome back to episode number 4 of Building with Fred. And we are back here in our lovely world in the giant cavern that we carved out in the heart of the mountain in the last episode. Been settling in here pretty nicely so far. I have built another tunnel since the end of last episode. Back there where the tunnel goes off to the mob farm, I've built another one even further than that, which goes all the way to the redstone mine, so I can access that now just by traveling underground instead of walking the surface level and swimming across that giant lake. All of that has helped save me some time, which I'm pretty pleased about. I haven't really changed too much in here though. But that's about to change because today my first project in mind is to start work on a tree farm. I need lots and lots of wood, so I'm going to go ahead and work on that. And the place for the tree farm is going to be right here. I've put this wood down here to indicate this is where the tree farm is going to go because wood means trees. At least in my logic here. So the first thing we're going to have to do is clear out some space. So let's go ahead and do that. So we've got a nice little space working in here now, and I've started concepting out the tree farm. We've got this big pit here in the middle. This is the collection area, and I have used odd pieces of TNT here to kind of carve the walls out in an uneven fashion. I want to try making like the walls a cave theme of some sort. We'll bring some dirt down here and get it to spread into grass. As you can see, I've built this, which is designed to get the grass to spread down here, but grass spreads very, very slowly for some reason, and it's probably going to be like that for a good while. But what I thought we would do together here is we would actually put the tree farm together so you know how to build it yourself if you want to. So what I've done here is I've got a pit that is, let's see, including the corner. I guess we'll just talk about how wide it is. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17 wide. And what I've done is I've placed 2 slabs, a plank, a slab, a plank, a slab, a plank, 3 slabs, a plank, a slab, a plank, a slab. a plank, and then 3 slabs again to the corner. Then there's a channel in the middle. Each of these is 8 blocks wide with 1 down the middle. This is where the saplings and any missing logs will flow to. And then they will come to this point right here. And we're going to put the water in last. I just wanted to replace that. We're going to put dirt down along these gaps right here. There we go. And this has been designed with the trees having 7 blocks of space vertically. They always need a space or 2 of leaves at the very top. And then you should still have enough reach to get all of the logs without having to pillar up, which was important to me. What we could do here as well is, because it's a bit dim, we can put some torches on here. Torches obviously won't stop items. And it'll just help keep it nice and bright. I made the inside here cobble. I put some torch lighting in just to kind of keep the area bright. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with the roof yet. I'll think on that. And figure it out. If you have any suggestions, let me know. The roof has to remain kind of flush in order for the trees not to get out of control. We don't want any big trees in here. The worst thing is when you're trying to cut down trees and you get the big ones, because then you have to pillar up and you're climbing all over the place and you're not sure if you got them all. I want to just come through here, harvest it, and know that everything's broken, and then I can just move on and collect my resources. So that's why I did that. So now we've got this here. I'm going to add these light sources again. It's also useful to have some light, especially if you're building this underground, like I am, so that your saplings don't decay. It can get pretty dark when trees start growing above them, and saplings do need a certain light level to grow. I'm not sure what it is off the top of my head. It might be like 7 or 8, so it's a good idea to just, you know, keep it nice and bright for the saplings. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to run the slabs that I have around the edge here. This just acts as a nice little trim to the whole thing. Now, the trees will share leaves, but we should still get a sapling profit back from it, which is important. And yeah, I'm going to have enough slabs. Perfect. Now let's do the collection system. Let's just make room for an infinite spring here. I brought my 2 water buckets along for that reason. Now, the way this works is very, very simple. 1 water bucket, and then you just spread it along. Just like this. You do the same on the other side. I will tear out my little dirt staircase there when I get a moment. And while you're down here, you can collect the middle source tile to continue spreading the water. You don't have to go back to your infinite spring over and over and over again. It's pretty nice. And then we're going to add a water source here in the middle. And this will flow down all the way to that point there. And that's it, really. It's very, very simple. There's nothing complicated involved here. Oh, getting out might be more tricky there. Okay. We'll place our dirt back. And this can go down now because we already have the middle figured out. So let's get some saplings and let's start planting trees in here, and then what we'll do is we'll start and tidy this up a bit and make it look a bit nicer, shall we? Okay, got my saplings. And on to my second stack. As you can see, they're very densely packed in here. Should give us lots and lots of wood. Oh, there's in one there. Perfect. I brought along a bunch of wood so we can make a bunch of planks and we can kind of tidy up the walkways a little bit here. And break all this down. I'm kind of tempted to put some glass over top of these torches so we get some light around the edge of the tree farm. I might do that. Kind of reuse the same lighting rather than add a different one, because the edges here are a bit dim. And obviously I'm trying to avoid having like torches all over the place as much as I can. It's going to be pretty difficult to do that, especially in here, because I can't use fire and I can't use lava for obvious reasons. And there isn't anything else, so as far as light goes. So maybe we'll do something like that. Now for the back here, let me break these out. Oh boy. What's going on here? He fell from somewhere. There we go. Must have fell from up there. Very dangerous tree farm, apparently. That's the second creeper I've had in a little bit here. Oops. The collection point... I mined this up wrong, didn't I? The collection point is right here. I think I might want to get some stairs down into this. That's going to kind of screw with that. I would have to go like 2 blocks in and then just have like a single staircase. I don't love that design. Pick's about to break too. Could make a stone one maybe. That's the middle right there. Yeah, here's the collection system. I have a few options with this. I want a bit of space down here. Oh, there it goes. I want a little bit of space down there so that I can work on things a little bit and add some features. Surprised no trees have grown yet. I thought some would have. Guess they're going to take their time to grow. I'm gonna open this up a bit. So we can kind of stand there, collect the stuff. So this would be a stair, this would be a stair, that would be a stair, this would be a stair, and then this. I should have brought that crafting bench over here. So yeah, what I intend to do is replace each of these with steps. And that will come down here. I might have to change this design to compensate for that. Let's go ahead and make some wooden steps. I'm going to bring the crafting bench over here as well, so I don't have to keep coming back to it. Alright. So make a few wooden steps. Oh my, that model is huge. Huh. Just tried to shift click that. Okay, I need a few more. Yeah, not bad. We could replace the middle maybe with planks as well. Yeah. It was a little bit deeper down than I was expecting, but it's okay. And then what we've kind of got then is if we... Okay. If we fill in this wall with some chests and stuff, we'll have some storage, which is cool. Plenty of room then for that. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think that looks pretty good. We might have to change the front and back here a little bit. Is this where the torch is? Yeah. I'm going to replace this with glass, and we're going to see what it looks like. Working on a tree farm, and I don't have an axe on me. Just make one real quick. Okay, so it's every 3, I think. So this one, and this one. I do kind of want the planks back. Even though I've got that big tree farm now, I don't want to waste the resources, necessarily. Let's get these out. What do we think about this? Yeah, it gives a bit of light around the edge. It means that I don't have to worry about further detailing here. I might want to put some kind of pattern in these planks. I might not. I'm not sure yet. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is kind of get the other side finished up, and I'm probably going to work on the edges a bit. But I did just want to show you how the tree farm is built, if you want to try it yourself. And yeah, we'll check in a bit with what more progress I've made. As you can see, the grass is very, very slowly spreading its way around here. But let me show you what I've done as far as the tree farm is concerned. Look at... Oh, look at that. You can see the trees growing in there now. I've still got this line of dirt here for the grass to spread. That's taking, you know, no time at all. Hopefully, someday I'll be able to tear this dirt path down. Well, let me show you what we've got in here now. We have the rows of trees here, which I could use to harvest and collect. Along the edges here, I've decided to turn it into a kind of nice underground cave feeling area. I've planted some dirt and flowers. This will turn into grass eventually. Added some hidden lighting using torches, so we don't have torches all over everything. It's kind of hidden in the back there. And I'm experimenting with this new technique I've picked up. And I'm trying to add a little bit of shading in here. And the way I'm doing that is with this cobble here. And I've kind of thought about how this cave might be. And I figured that some of the stones and rocks would have crumbled at the bottom and kind of accumulated around the earth here. So I've decided to use some cobble for that, to indicate that, and the odd very limited patch of gravel. And I think it's an interesting technique to try and vary up the caves a little bit. It means that the wall isn't just entirely stone and the odd ore. We've got that lighting that we did before here. Got some nice water features as well, which I think is kind of interesting. Added some flowers. I went out and collected some red and yellow flowers, planted those. And we got another water feature over here. I haven't replicated the shading on this side. I wanted to kind of see what it looked like on this side, but I do really, really like it now. I think I'll be replicating that elsewhere. This place is still a little bit too dark for my liking. I want to add some lighting on the roof, and I have some ideas for that, but I'll have to think about it some more before I fully commit to which one I want to go for. But I really like this. It looks good from a distance. You can see the trees growing in it. It provides some color into our, you know, pretty bland-looking cave, which I think is nice from a distance. What we're going to do now is we're going to work on the big project in the middle here, which is going to be a gigantic hourglass right in the center of our base here. And that will enable us, if not to control time, at least know when we're going to update so we can kind of prepare for it better. So we don't just get thrown around wherever we are. We can have a secure bunker somewhere and be safe about it. Hopefully. So that's what my plan's got to be. Now, similar to the house, this one is going to be very much place blocks, look at my reference image, replace blocks, add, and so on and so forth. So what I think we're going to do with this one, I would time-lapse it if I had such a thing as a replay mod. Unfortunately, I do not. I'm probably going to go ahead and build this, and then we'll talk more about it and how I have put it together in the next section. And there we go. Look at that. Wow. I like this a lot. It's taken many hours of building, but here is the hourglass. Got a little bit of sand beginning to pour through there. And most of the sand is still in the top half at the moment. I'll give you a few different views here. Kind of blocked by the dirt at the moment, but we can look from over here as well. I really like the distinct views you have of this at the different levels. This looks very, very cool. And as far as the process goes with this, I concepted it out in a creative world, and then I brought the design over here. What I have tried to do is incorporate a little pattern into the wood there, make it look like it's been carved a little bit. I've added some interesting shapes along the pillars there rather than just making them flat. You kind of get this cool little twisting effect if you put stairs against full blocks like that, which I really like. And as it's turning day here, I think, or it is day, what am I talking about? You do also get this little effect of it shining through there into the lower levels, just brightening up the cave a little bit. That was something I hadn't initially anticipated on seeing, but when I designed this and I put the holes in there for the lights, that kind of worked out. I really like that. I'm still waiting on the grass to spread, as you can see, for the tree farm. I did just want to share with you as well a few small updates I did on the tree farm. I also realized I missed one or two things from before, so let me take you over that. As you can see, it's growing here. I've been using this a bunch for working on the hourglass there. Hello. Okay, there must be a dark spot up in there somewhere where a creeper could spawn. I'm not exactly sure where, but man, that was dangerous. So I did away with the staircase. I didn't like it too much. I kept like falling down when I was walking to the end of these walkways. I've replaced it with a ladder here instead, and it does the same thing, and it just keeps the whole thing a little bit tidier. It also let me restore these lights on either side, but I haven't been able to do that one, obviously. And down here, we never actually looked at before, Here we have a little storage area. We have space for wood, which is empty at the moment. I've got saplings, spare axes, that type of thing. I've got some workbenches there. And then this little redstone torch on the wall, that circuit, I will show you here shortly. I put together my first redstone circuit. Whenever items fall here, such as saplings or wood, what will happen is they will land on this pressure plate, and it turns on this indicator light, and it flashes for me to let me know that there is items to be collected. It's not massively useful, but I wanted to do something with redstone, and it was kind of neat. Thought it would be helpful. I still haven't extended the cobble around all the way yet, but I will get to that probably before next episode. But yeah, I think that kind of covers it. I love this hourglass. We might not have a way of controlling how time flows, but at least we can see it now, and we can prepare ourselves accordingly. So we don't get thrown about somewhere. Maybe we can hide in a secure bunker or something with padded walls to make sure that I don't get hurt too much. We also didn't touch too much on the fact that I have clothes now, which is very cool. That happened to me at the end of last episode. Somehow the world glitched a little bit, and I found myself with some new clothes, and I think they do very much suit me here. You get these interesting rain particles with this camera. This is the circuit, by the way, over here, if you want a more visual look at this and how it works. The only difference is this one uses a lever. All that would be different about this is you would have a piece of redstone on top of this cobble block, then a solid block above that with the pressure plate on it. And what this is a very simple redstone clock. If I turn on the input here, you can see the light flashing there. And in order to build a redstone clock, the number of torches must be odd, and I don't think you can do it with 3. It has to be a minimum of 5. So what I've got here is I have an input that turns on this torch, which turns off this one, turns this one on, this one off, this one on, and then it kind of loops around here. And then I just take a output from some point in the chain here. I just chose this one, for example, and inverted the signal so that the light starts off. Very, very simple. I'll give you a few different looks at it. As far as I know, this design would still work in any version of the game. Yeah, very cool. That's how I did the little indicator light. But I think that's going to do it for me this episode. I know this was more of a off-camera-y style episode, I guess. We will be back, of course, next time with more building. Hopefully you liked the hourglass and the tree farm. Let me know what you think to both of those. And let me know what you think of the series so far. Alright? Take care. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.